Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. If you haven't gotten a chance to subscribe to the channel, please do so. I want you to ring that notification bell. That way, when I drop a video, you'll be notified. I noticed that I'm getting a lot of people to subscribe to my newsletter. I created a newsletter for people that are looking to educate themselves on credit, everything revolving credit and personal finance, and I try to send letters out on a regular basis. I really appreciate those of you that signed up for the newsletter. And if you haven't gotten a chance to sign up, I highly recommend you sign up for this newsletter because I give out a lot of great content. I really believe it's one of the best newsletters out regarding credit. So that's just my 2 cents. But in this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is some mistakes that I see when I look at credit reports and talk to people about credit. It's not going to be a long video, but it's going to be a very important video because I see these same mistakes over and over. And the one that I want to concentrate on the most or first is the fact that when people call me up, they know that I have a credit repair company and they got some derogatories on their credit report that they want to get removed. They call me up and they say, okay, Ken, I need you to remove these items from my credit report. And I start, talking to them about their credit. And I ask them, well, what's on your credit report? And they immediately go to their derogatories. And then when I start talking to them about, asking them questions about their positive credit, they don't have any positive credit on their credit report. Maybe they might have one credit card or something like that, but I try to get people to understand that taking that first step in just building your credit, investing in yourself before you invest in me, because that's what you're doing when you're, you call me up and you want somebody to delete items off your credit report. You're pretty much investing in my company to do work for you. Yeah, you want a return on your investment, but that's what you're doing. You're investing in my company. And what I want you guys to do before you make any investment in any credit repair company or anything, I want you to invest in yourself before you go out and you buy that credit repair book, before you spend any money on education as far as credit repair packet that you're going to purchase or something like that. What I want you guys to do is take all that money that you were going to invest in these other products and services and stuff like that, and I want you to invest it in yourself. And how you invest it, it's really, really simple. What you want to do is you want to get at least 5 positive trade lines on your credit report. And one of those should be an installment loan. So that means you should have 4 revolving lines of credit. And I just made a video yesterday on MyJewelers. I'm going to be making another video on New Coast Direct. So those are 2. With your installment loan, that's 3. So what you want to do is you want to go out and you want to get 2. If you can get 2 secure credit cards, maybe you can get 1 unsecured depending on where your credit report is or credit score is. But you want to have at least 5 positive trade lines before you start doing anything. And once you get these trade lines, then you can start investing in getting derogatories removed from your credit report and stuff like that. And you would think that it's completely contradictory to, my business model because I do have a credit repair company. But the reality of it is my credit repair company is only going to be successful if I get you the results that you guys want, that you desire. And what you want is to be able to get approved for things. So, before you start making investments in other companies, invest in yourself. That return is going to be tenfold. And I know you don't see it, and I know you may not trust it, but trust me on this one. If you just go out and you get you a couple of items, a few items on your credit report, spend a few $100s, chances are it's going to help you in the long run. A year, 2 years from now, it's going to far benefit you. Even if you go through a credit repair service, it's going to benefit you so much more if you just go out and get these revolving lines of credit. What you can do is you can go out in the description. I created a link that you guys can click and see. It's a resource guide that I created to where you can find the secure credit cards that are best for you. The secure credit cards, I made a comparison of all the secure credit cards where you could just click the link And so you don't have to put your address in or anything like that. But that's something that I wanted to create so that you guys can see a side-by-side comparison of the top 12 secure credit cards that people come at me with. It's everything from an Opensky secure credit card to Wells Fargo to Discover It secure credit card to the State Department federal credit card, and you can see a side-by-side comparison on these secure credit cards. Okay, so that would be the first thing that I see people make when they're trying to get their journey started, is just getting started, right? Just getting started. Another thing that I see people make is when you do get started, not applying for the right type of lines of credit. And so what I mean by that is I know that a lot of the credit cards that you guys pick up, you guys will overdo it. You know, you'll go out and get 5 secure credit cards, and there will be secure credit cards that I know in the long run you're not going to keep. And so what I want you guys to understand is get lines of credit that you are going to keep in the long haul. On average, they say that a person with an 800 FICO score has at least 15 years of credit already established. Like their average age of history is 15 years. This was a study done that I read just the other day. And what I want you guys to understand that this is a long game. So if this is a long game, what you want to do is you want to establish lines of credit that you are going to keep for 15 years down the road. So right now, when you guys are looking at your credit report, you guys are just applying for anything and everything because it feels good to be accepted, because for so long, nobody wanted to do business with you. So what I want you guys to understand is don't look at your credit right now as far as where it's at. Look at your credit 10, 15 years from now and establish those lines of credit that you know 10, 15 years from now you are going to keep and still use. For example, a Discover It. You go out and you get you a Discover It secure credit card and it graduates in, let's say, 10 months. Well, once it graduates, 10, 15 years from now, Discover It, they're going to give you limit increases. You are going to keep that secure credit card hopefully for the rest of your life. And so that's what I tried to get people to understand. So rather than going out applying for 5, different secure credit cards, the Merrick Bank, the First Progress, the Open Sky, you got every single credit card in the book, but you don't have any secure credit cards that are going to graduate. You do not want to go out and get all these different type of secure credit cards that are not going to graduate. Now, if you are first starting out, you're just getting started, and you got to go out and get 2 secure credit cards, try and get the best ones that you can get that are going to graduate. And if you can't, then okay, then you go out and you get you those secure credit cards like the Open Sky or something like that. But don't go out being a credit hoe. I tried to talk to you guys about this previously. Made a video about it, about being a credit hoe, applying for a whole bunch of different credit. Just be patient, apply for those lines of credit. That's going to benefit you in the long run. That's what I want you guys to focus on. Those 2 things, just if you focus on those 2 things, getting started and applying for the right lines of credit, it's going to be far more beneficial than anything. Well, probably my number 3, except my number 3. The top 3 will probably be the most beneficial, because the third one I want to talk to you guys about is the fact of I see so many people that are so successful with building their credit, and they go out and get these high limit credit cards, but then they go and get themselves into a situation where they got a $20,000 credit card and they got $18,000 worth of credit on that $20,000 credit card. That's going to be hard to recover from, right? The interest is going to eat you alive. You're making the minimum payments. It's going to take you forever, a lifetime, to pay that credit card back. And so what I try to do is, before you get yourself into that situation, I try to do preventative maintenance on you. I try to prevent you guys from doing these mistakes. And it's just like trucking, right? A lot of times, if you take care of your truck before you go out on the road, your truck is going to take care of you. And that's the same thing with credit. That's the same we always say in trucking. If you take care of your truck's going to take care of you. If you take care of your credit is going to take care of you. But if you abuse your credit, just like if you abuse your truck, it's going to hurt you. Your truck is going to hurt you. It's going to abuse you. You're going to be out here on the road and, in the middle of nowhere, and your truck's going to break down. And that's the same thing with your credit. If you're going out spending, jacking your credit card up every month, 50% utilization rates on your secure credit cards or unsecured credit cards, chances are it's going to come back to bite you. And it's going to be when you least expect it. Maybe, Ken, I use 50% of my credit card every month. I'm fine. I can pay my credit card every month. But here's the thing. You may max your credit cards out every single month. But what happens when you lose your job? What happens when you get sick? Right? And you have to go and tap into that line of credit, and you're not able to make that payment. Now you got a credit card that's completely maxed out. See, one thing you have to understand, these reward cards, they're betting against you. It's a gamble, and they know at some point they're going to win. That you are going to get yourself in a situation where you are going to carry that balance from one month to the next month. They know this. Those of you, well, I max my card out and I pay it off every month. They know at some point that, look, we'll give you a 1% on all of your cards if you just use our card on a consistent basis. And so what they want you to do, and they're betting against the fact that you're not going to pay that card off every month, and at some point you're going to start carrying that balance. You're going to lose your job or something like that. And you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to pay so much interest that all that 1% that they gave you is not even close to what they're going to get out of you. That's a very dangerous game, and I see people that get into that situation so much. So I'll get a lot of people that come to me because I filed a Chapter 7 in 2017. A lot of people get themselves into the situation, and a lot of times I ask them, well, what happened? And their answer is the fact that, I lost my job and, I had to live off my credit cards. And those things happen, but just living off your credit cards and stuff like that, yeah, if you're just trying to buy time, great. But it's a very, very dangerous game to play. Would I play it? No. But I understand. We all get into that situation. And that's why when I teach the whole credit, most of us, we didn't have the education at the very beginning. And so whether we graduated college and we had some predatory financial institutions just waiting to pounce on us, as soon as we got on campus, they were willing to give us credit cards, 0% interest credit cards, and talk us into all these different things that we just went out and got because we thought it was cool, and go get us our latest Jordans or whatever. And once we maxed out that credit card, we really weren't paying attention to what the ramifications were to us maxing out our credit card. So that utilization, those top three things, getting started, applying for the right lines of credit, and then just maintaining a healthy balance. And what is a healthy balance? 2 to 7%. If you just do those three things, you're going to be okay. If you just do those three things. And the fourth thing I would say is, pay your bills on time, right? A lot of times I get people that I'm working on their credit. They come to me and they say, Ken, I want you to work on my credit. I got these lines of credit. These are the credit lines that you recommended. And, I'll start working on their credit report, and then all of a sudden I'll see a late pay or another collection pop up or something. I just wonder, don't you realize the damage that you're causing to yourself when you sign up for a credit repair service and you're getting late pays? All the money that you're putting into a credit repair service, you're basically throwing it out the window when you are still incurring more collections, more inquiries, and late pays. So I want you guys to understand that this whole total package that we do as far as helping you get your credit on track, I always tell people that 80% of it is up to you. I can help you get items off your credit report, But the largest impact on your FICO score is going to be items that you're putting on your credit report. And so if you're just watching those four things, you're going to be okay. I keep adding another one. So the fifth thing that I see when people are just getting started with their credit, they don't really reach out to anybody and they're trying to do everything on themselves, is they try to cut corners, whether it's a CPN number or they'll do all these different things to get themselves in financial situations that's just going to hurt you in the future. You don't have to cut any corners. And if you guys just focus on these five things, don't cut any corners, and you focus on your utilization rate, making sure that your utilization rate is healthy. If you focus on the right lines of credit, if you just get started, you are going to be okay. Those things are going to be okay. Now, once you guys do that, you guys are looking for a reputable credit repair company, I want you guys to reach out to me. I want you guys to at least give me a chance to talk to you. Maybe I can, if you don't want to do business with me because you just don't like me, maybe I can guide you to a reputable credit repair company that's going to lead you in the right path. So many times I get people that went to these fly-by-night companies, that charged them $1,200 for 2 items on their credit report. And I'm like, why would you spend that much money on your credit repair? Hopefully it doesn't have to cost you that much money. But if you can just reach out to me and maybe I can guide you, even if you want to do it on your own, you're looking to repair your own credit, I can give you a free consultation and get you on the proper path. And I want you guys to reach out to me. I'll always leave my phone number in the description of this video. You can go down there, click on the link, and give me a call, because I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can. I'm still working on my nonprofit organization. Hopefully by the end of this year, well, I'm pretty sure by the end of this year it's going to be up and running. But I really am doing everything that I possibly can to help as many people get themselves in the right position for 2021. But you got to reach out to me. I hope everyone have a blessed day. I didn't want to make this a long video. If you focus on these 5 things, you will be successful, and there's nobody that's going to prevent you from going to the top, all right, from leveling up. I really appreciate you guys' time. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.